Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss about the feature selection using the wrapper method. Under the wrapper method I am gonna discuss today backward feature selection. In my previous video I have discussed the forward feature selection. So let's start. What is the intuition behind the backward feature selection? In the backward feature selection, I have some features x1, x2, x3 and x4, and this is your output variable. As I had told you in my previous video regarding the forward feature selection, we move in the forward direction. It means first we select the one variable, then we take the combination of the two, then combination of the three, then combination of the four variable if we have the four variable. So in the backward feature selection we move in the backward direction. Backward means we take all the combination of the n variable, then n minus 1 variable. That's in our case we have 4 variable combination, then we will take 3 combination, then we will take combination of the 2 variable, then we will take combination of the 1 variable, and in each iteration I will calculate the performance, right? So which combination will provide me the best performance, that feature combination I will select, right? It means in the first iteration I will select all the features x1 to x4. Let it is providing me the 70% accuracy. Then in the second iteration I will select only 3 variables. It means x1, x2, x3, then x2, x3, x1, then x1, x2, x4, like this, the combination of the 3. So out of these combinations, which combination will provide me the best performance, that combination I will select in the second iteration. Out of these I am getting x1, x2 and x4. This combination is providing me the accuracy 75%. In the second iteration I have to select only 2 variable because 1 variable I have removed. x1, x2, it means x3 I will remove in this iteration. So now I will have only x1, x2 and x4. So in this iteration I have to select only 2 variable, x1 and x2, x2 and x4, then x1 and x4. So out of these, which combination will provide me the best accuracy? Let this combination is providing me the 72% accuracy, right? Then in the fourth iteration I will have only x2 and x4. So I have to select one variable only, x2 and x4. Let out of these I am getting best accuracy with the help of x2, and this is providing me 40% accuracy. So if I will draw the plot, right, so you will see that 1 variable, 2 variable, 3 variable and 4 variable, and here are the, we can say, performance. In the 1 variable I am getting 40%, okay. In the 2 variable I am getting 72, let this 72. In the 3 variable I am getting 75, this. Then 4 variable I am getting 70. So my graph will be like this. So which feature I will select? I will select this particular feature combination. It means 3 feature combination. It means this one. It means in my final model training I will do model training with the help of these 3 variables, x1, x2 and x4. It means I will do the feature selection like this way. It means I will remove the feature x3 in my final model training. So this way we can perform the feature selection with the help of backward feature selection. So let's perform the feature selection with the help of Python. So for that I am gonna import these required libraries. I am gonna use the Wine dataset here, okay, and this is your x and y, means dividing the input and output variable. This is the features. It means I am creating a one variable where I am storing all the column name, and these are the required libraries. It means MLX10 library I am gonna use, which have the sequential feature selector method, and these algorithm I can use for the classification model. Even you can use the different algorithm as a estimator. and this is I will use for the plotting purpose. It means this particular plot, I will use this particular method. It means plot sequential feature selection. So here I am creating a first object. In the object creation, I am gonna use the logistic linear regression for classification problem. And K feature, it means best. I am selecting the best feature, which best feature I should select in the each iteration. Forward selection, if you see here in the previous video, I selected forward is equal to true, because now I am gonna use the backward feature selection. So that's why I have to select it as a false. Floating is equal to false, verbose is equal to login label 2, and scoring I am gonna use the classification. That's why I'm gonna use accuracy, and cross validation I'm gonna use 3. Then instantiation, it means fitting the object. So once I will run this, I will get this type of the output. Okay, if you see here in the first iteration, in the second iteration, first iteration, second iteration, third iteration, it means it will select all the 12 feature, then 11 feature, then 10 feature, then 9 feature, and so on. So here I am creating a features and corresponding index, so that because it is providing me the index only, right? This will provide me the only index. So that's why I have to check the what would be the index of those selected columns. This will provide me the all the selected features, and this will provide me the all the selected features index. So these will be your features, selected features, and corresponding index. So these will be your final output of the selected features. So let me explain by one this particular tabular format. So here you can easily visualize. If you see here I selected all the features. Okay, then I remove one feature. Okay, then this is the my accuracy, then I and again remove the one features. So it is moving in the backward direction, if you see here, right? So this way we can perform the backward feature selection. And this is the subset. If here you can see that in the first iteration, these all are your index of the features, and this is the CV score, right? This is the average score. These are the features name in this iteration and the corresponding index of those features. Let's in the second iteration, if you see here, these all are your selected features in the second iteration, right? In the third iteration, these all are your selected features, right? So this way we can select the features in each iteration one by one. So here you can easily visualize. When we have all the variable, my accuracy is this. When we have 12 variable, my accuracy is this. So this way we remove one by one variable, and my accuracy is getting decrease or increase according to the performance, right? So this way we can select the features in the backward feature selection. That's it from my side for today. I hope you will like this video. If you will like, please share with your friends and colleagues, and subscribe my channel. If you have any query and question, please mention in the comment section. Also hit the like button. Thank you.